All right, guys, this time we're gonna change gears a little bit. I'm gonna show you how to do a basic disassembly and cleaning on this pistol. This is a Glock 19 fourth generation. Let's get to it. I'm using just some tools here. You can use whatever you want. This is what I use. I use two oils in this case. I use this ram oil. I like the spray because you can really hit it very softly on the tip and do a mist of oil at the end of it. You'll see what I'm talking about. And this one is a little thicker. I like to use this on some parts of the barrel and also where the slide runs. Let's get to it. First things first, magazine out, press check, empty, dry fire. All right, to take this off, from normal position of your gun, move these four fingers to the top slide, just like this. Pull back just a little bit and hit these two levers right here. There's one on this side and one on the opposite side. Hold them down and release the slide, and the slide comes right off. You have the frame, and this is the slide. Right here you have a spring. Depress the spring, comes right off. It is trapped, so it's not gonna go flying anywhere. Put that on the side, and this is your barrel. Move it forward, so it's out of combat, comes off the slide, and these are the four parts that you're gonna get. I like to start with the frame first. I get my ram oil and spray just a little bit right in there. Then I'm using these, I think these are 3-inch square pads. You can use smaller ones or bigger ones if you like. I like the 3-inch. I think it's perfect for what I use it for. And first I like to do all the major big parts outside. And if you want to go do some detail, then you can grab one of your tools and do it with that. I'm gonna use this one here. Kind of broke off, the tips broke off, it still worked. And just run it in there, whatever you can reach, and move this little rag everywhere. So you can get most of it out. Right here on the slides, on these metal parts, that's where the slide runs. Get in there, both sides. Right here. And that's all I do for the slide. Put that aside. The spring's really not much you can do with the spring. I like to spray some oil on it. Just grab these little rags and do the best you can. If you clean your gun every time you go to the range, you're not going to go through a lot of these anyways. You can tell that you see by the color of the pad that it's not that dirty. When I go on stream, you can push this spring back and just clean a little more in there. And that's all I do with that. The barrel, I spray some of this oil on the inside. And then I get my brush. This is a typical Glock brush. You can use any brush. This is a 9mm, so make sure you get the right size. Stick it in there, in and out a few times, and that's really all you need. After that, we're done with this. I like to do the outside, see how the outside is. The outside should not be that bad. It should be okay. And you can see the inside, it's kind of clean. And I like to put this patch in here and just run it with some type of pressure. I crumble it inside a little bit. You can feel a little bit of pressure and just run it all the way through. It comes off this way. And it wasn't that bad, okay? Then we're looking good. You can see in here, it's nice and clean. Okay, and that's it. Now reassembly. Oh, the slide, of course. The slide, same thing with the slide. Some oil, get your patch, run it just with your fingers, whatever you can reach. these holes, through the sides, the back side here, this area, the opposite side, right in here. Then you use the same tool to run it on these little crevices. Crevices right into this hole, right on the slide, right here on the sides, these little grooves where the slide runs. Then you do the opposite side, right in here. And that's that. Now we're gonna lubricate and put it back into place. I like to lubricate the slide a little bit, a little mist with this. Little mist on the slide. Little mist on the spring. And that's when this oil comes in. It's a little thicker, this oil. So I like to use it right here on these channels and on the slide channels, and I like to do it towards, you can do the whole thing if you want, just a little bit, and then you'll see it come in. And on the other one, and then a little bit on the barrel, right here, like one drop here in the front, and I put some here. You can see how thick it is, and you just run it with your finger. Okay, and that's it. I'm gonna put it back together. I like to do it this way with the slide looking towards me. Put the barrel in. We hook up the spring. We'll put here the front first. This black part goes to the front. This metal part goes to the back into this groove right here. So we put this one in first. With my thumb, I put some pressure on it. Hook it up on that groove. Right there, that's where it goes. Put it into the slide. Done. Perfect. And that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. Later on, I'll be posting a more detailed video where I take the trigger mechanism out and I also disassemble the slide. Have a good one. Take care.